Hi, hello, how's it going? Uh, Hope you guys are doing well. We're gonna be doing something a little different, and I got a guest with me. His name's Donnie. He's my boyfriend. Say hello, Donnie.
Hey.
Hey. Uh, so, what we're doing tonight is going over what monsters taste the greatest, because me and Donnie have had this conversation multiple times in different games of Monster Hunter. And I don't know, I've not posted anything on YouTube in a while, so I thought, hey, this would be kind of fun. This would be great. Uh, and we're gonna start with the shortest list of monsters, the Piscine wyverns, because there's technically 14 of them, 15 if you count the Gajau. I don't count it. Donnie doesn't count it. It's literally just a fish. They even reclassified it back in 2018, so disqualified, out of here. To me, it's just
Get
a
that
monster.
shit the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get that shit the fuck out of here. It's literally just it's a catfish. Honestly, like it's just a monstrous, giant, pissed off catfish.
If I just wanted to eat fish, I could just go to my local Chinese buffet.
Yes, yeah. Like I want some, I want some fresh Gajau, please. But
No.
no, nobody. Anyway, so how we're gonna do this? Basically, we're gonna rate them on tastiness, and it's gonna be from a scale of 1 being absolute fucking dog ass to 10, which is holy shit. This looks like it was made in Food Wars.
I would give up my 4th point for this.
Yes, thank you. So that's how it's gonna be. Also, I don't know about Donnie. Me personally, I know me. I might be a little contradictory in some cases, which this is not even supposed to be a serious list. So if there's contradictions here, but don't be a semantic Sam. This is all in good fun. Pretty please, thank you.
Now, I would eat just about anything, so this is going to be an interesting list for me.
Fair enough. So we're gonna start off with Cephadrome and Cephalos, because they're kind of the same thing. So, funny enough, before you texted me, I had just finished talking about these two. So how much do you know about Cephadrome and Cephalos, Donnie?
Not much. I mean, they're from the first or second Monster Hunter games. They're not exactly deep.
Yeah.
This one, I believe, is from the sand area. Motherfucker likes to just run away constantly. He does not have any interest in fighting.
Which is...
I think his skin would be terribly tasted. The driest turkey alive, basically.
Yeah, because, funny enough, it has the water element. I looked at its ecology to kind of give me a better educated guess on how it would taste. Apparently, according to the ecology, let me bring that up real quick. To quote the page, interestingly, the life of these creatures begin in water. The females will lay their eggs in an oasis, and those eggs will hatch during the dry season. After the offspring hatch, they will swim in the mud, and as it dries, it will become much tougher for the hatchlings to swim in. When the mud begins to turn into sand, the hatchlings will slowly learn to swim through the sands of the desert, and it is very important that they do so. So they begin life in water, but as time goes on...
Not even really water, it's mud.
It's mud, yeah. But still, because my thought process... Oh, good.
I was gonna say, that and the paralysis ailments tell me that this thing could not taste that good.
Yeah, I was, before I really looked at the page, I was assuming that it would be similar to like, okay, have you heard of shark fin soup?
Yeah.
I was thinking it would be something similar to that. Then I saw the paralysis, but then another line of thought I had was fugu. Have you heard of fugu?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, fugu is essentially a sushi made of pufferfish. And it, like, especially in Japan, you have to be licensed to even make it because it is like the pufferfish has like these poison sacs that can like easily rupture if my memory serves me right. So it's like you have to serve it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like otherwise like whoever eats it's just gonna fucking croak. So
Most paralysis and poison ailment monsters we're gonna find are gonna have this problem. Although this one has a distinct different problem, which is that it's not worth the work of getting all of that done. It's skinny, it doesn't have that much meat on it, everything on it is like going to force you to get to the meat at the closer to the top of the body. Well, closer to the outside of the body is what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
And all of that is gonna be dry out of its mind, regardless if it uses water element even. So it's like I can only see this as being a 3 at best, and that's if you fully prepare it.
And
A 2 on average.
and not only that, when I was looking at the ecology like 15 minutes ago, it's described I think it's back in the ecology. I don't know why I left the page. Give me a minute. I think it was described as having like really tough armor, like armored scales. And which makes sense. It lives in the desert. Of course, it would be very, very tough.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. To stay cool in the heat of the desert, scales hold large amounts of moisture in its body, allowing. Yeah, like so. I mean, its scales hold moisture. Like they're very, like very hard to cut through. Unless you're a monster hunter, which side note, something I feel like we need to talk about for a second. Where should we draw the line between gameplay and how it would actually be? Because it's like, for example, I was looking at Plesioff. And I'm like, okay, I know gameplay wise, the fight against this thing would probably take about like maybe 20, 30 minutes, depending on the player's skill level, but I look at it more and I'm like, I feel like this thing would probably die like easily if you know what you're doing. Like I feel like compared to Cephadrome, its hide would be much softer. So where is the boundary between gameplay and realism, or air quotes realism?
Whoever the fuck we want to cross it, it does not matter. I'm going to be honest about that one from the beginning. This is one of those things where we can go complete gameplay and it's going to basically have just as much say as if we went in and tried to analyze every single thing about the monster to figure out just how easy it would be to kill. Because like, the hunter can use weapons that are like the same size of him, if not multiple times bigger, that it must weigh tons of weight. And it's like, none of this is gonna make sense. We have to just go by heart. We gotta let our soul speak for us.
Go with Kane.
Yeah, they're not gonna understand that.
I don't care. Like that. This is. I'll put a little context thing, but like you and me, baby, you and me. Go with Kane, go with God, go with your heart. Like it's essentially go with the vibe. Go with the vibe. Look inside yourself and ask, is this how it is? Answer is whatever you need to be. But so okay.
In Cephadrome, I have decided it's like a 2.
Yeah, I can see it. And I felt
I don't know what you're feeling.
I Originally, I was thinking a 5 because I feel like it could go either way, especially if the meat, because I don't think it's that small. I mean, there are monsters that are much bigger. Like, I'm looking at the size. I think it's a 5 just because I feel like there's at least enough meat on that. What holds it back is its armored scales, how dry it has to be. I feel like there could be meat on there, but it's just you gotta go through a lot of tough fibers after you get past the scales. It's just a lot of work for something that's kind of a 50-50 chance of being good, you know?
Yeah. And I respect that, but to me it's tough and dry meat are the two greatest sins a meat can commit. That isn't just being straight up poisonous or something like that. So it's just a 2. 2 or a 3, maybe. And it's it's still edible. It's still not gonna kill you. It's not gonna do anything bad to you. But it's I would 90% of the time pick anything else to consume.
Fair enough. I guess we'll just throw. Oh, whoops, wrong one. I guess we'll throw Cephalos in there as well, since they're just tinier versions of Cephadrome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. Plesioff. This is actually the one I was on when you texted me. Give it a minute. It's loading.
Yep.
God damn. All right.
Yeah, wonderful internet connection.
Cephadrome. Or not Cephadrome. Fuck. I got Cephadrome. I got Cephadrome on the brain. Plesioff. The hip checker himself. The infamous fish boy.
Yep.
So, honestly, looks-wise,
I fully expected it to be white fish meat.
Yeah.
But big. That's my expectation.
I think it would make for a bunch of tasty dishes. Not only that, this is kind of one of those moments, Plesioff's actually the one that made me question, gameplay versus, air quotes, realism, where, because the wiki describes its scales as fish-like. I feel like they're much stronger than a basic fish, but, no, probably,
yeah, he's giant.
Yeah, probably not by much. Or at least comparatively. Essentially, I feel like it would be fighting this thing is worth it more than Cephadrome. Because I mean, okay.
The difference is that Cephadrome is also much smaller, making that even though that he has hard skin, he doesn't exactly have giant bone structure or very strong muscles that Ferox could have.
Actually, I want to compare the sizes, actually. So, the biggest Cephadrome is 2,097. Oh, yeah, actually, Plesioff is bigger.
Yeah.
Even the smallest Plesioff is bigger. Damn, yeah, no, you're right. Okay. So, this thing has a lot more...
Yeah, Plesioff is a big boy. He's one of the OG Piscine wyverns in design, so that's where we got a lot of the Western. I believe he's even bigger than Gyarados, but I don't think we would be able to properly check that since they've never been in the same game.
We'd be able to. Give me a minute. Didn't mean to do that. Here, open a new tab. We'll get to. You said Gyarados?
Yeah, I pretty sure he's even bigger than that boy, but.
Which I mean, we'll get to Gyarados in a minute here. Let's see here. 1,885. Oh no, Plesioff is actually bigger.
Yeah, by a large margin. That's the thing, is that going off of both logic and other stuff, is that Plesioff does not have its difficulty to kill due to hard hide or a strong defense. He's just a giant fish who keeps slamming its body into you. That's like his whole thing.
Now, Plesioff does have the sleeping ailment, which would that be considered a venom? Or
I would just consider it a sleeping agent, which would have to be taken out of the body. But this is a thing that is specifically. This is something I would believe a lot more for a sleeping agent than any of the other two. Which is that I think that as long as you take the sac out, it's fine. It's not seeped into the flesh or anything.
And I feel like if it did seep into the flesh, I feel like the worst you would get is a case of the sleepies. Like during Thanksgiving dinner, how you eat like a bunch of turkey and then like you get super sleepy. I feel like Plesioff is like the turkey of Piscine wine. You don't think so?
That what you just said made no sense. But what I'm saying is that even if it does seep into the flesh, you can probably cook it out. Because if it's a sleeping agent, then it will probably break down over heat, which means that it will much more likely be able to get rid of that way. Or at least that's my expectation. It's just taking that chance with either paralysis or poison is just not worth it.
Not true.
You know, even though there is still a chance with those two. It just was with sleepiness. It's like, okay, you eat like a full meal of Teriyos, and then like what? You get the effects of some NyQuil. You know, it's like it's not that big of a deal. You just go to sleep.
Fair enough.
Take a nap.
And I'm assuming like you're eating this thing in a safe place, either in town or on a camping trip or with others. Like, so it's like chances are you'll be fine. It'll be fine. So
yeah.
On it, like should we look at the ecology or should we go ahead and judge now?
I don't personally believe the college is going to be that important. I feel like I have a pretty good idea of where I would put this. I would put this at about a 6. Really? Because a 5 would just be the most like basic fish I can think of. But a 6 is the fact that like it's so sized up from a normal fish that I feel like parts of the fish that I like considered a delicacy in normal situations due to how many fish you have to kill to get enough of it to get like a whole meal. Here, you just have to kill one fair off, and then it's like you have it. You know, you have enough of it to do a normally harder to get dish.
Yeah, I would say I'd give it a 7 because because it's like I don't know. One, I like the coloration of it. Like
That's
I don't know. I know, but it's like I look at it and I'm like, okay, that looks pretty tasty. That looks really nice, you know? And I don't know. Not only that, I feel like its meat would be I feel like it would taste good. I feel like the meat would be very, what's the term I'm looking for? Varied? Like, you can make it into a soup, you can make it into sushi, you could just put it on a fire and grill it. Like, honestly, I feel like Plesioth is one of those, like, you can do just about anything with it. So...
yeah, that's a good way to put it. And... really, I was gonna argue with you about the... coloration of the skin thing you were talking about, but I don't have the energy for that. We may move along.
Well, don't worry. Like there's another version of this thing that I feel like is top tier, and I'll explain later. But for now,
it's just green.
Plesioff just gets a 7. No, I'm not even talking about the green Plesioff. There's another, but we'll get to him. We'll get to the king later. Now,
I don't even think we needed a green Plesioff. It's quite literally just green. This is like not at all something that this is just green.
Well, my question is, okay, I believe it's a much stronger version of it, I believe. I just wonder, because it's stronger, would the meat taste better?
we can't. There is no way to tell anything about how the meat would taste just because it's Schwango TM, when it is quite literally just a reskin. This is one of those moments where it's like we could say anything. We could say it's worse because we could say that the muscles are much stronger, therefore much tougher, and not as tasty. We could say that it's the best in the world because of him being stronger. It could be anything. It's quite literally just a green boy.
Give it a 7.5.
I bet you're adding the 0.5 because you like the coloration.
Shut up.
No,
Dude, it looks nice.
Okay.
Like, it looks edible. I would stick it in my mouth.
That's not saying a lot.
Shut up. Alright. Hey, it's your favorite, Levisioth.
1 star. 1 out of 10. That's it. I don't need to check anything more.
You don't need to check anything more?
We give it a 1 and we move on. This fucker does not deserve to the respect of being broken down. It's Levisioth. He's both garbage in-game and by using the most basic of logic to try to figure out what the hell a rock-skinned lava fish would taste like. It's bad. Pure and simple.
You want to explain to the audience why you hate Levisioth?
I once had to grind this man for a week straight for decos because I was still not in Master Rank yet, and I needed some. And it was like a basically arch-templed version of Levisioth who was like triple the size. It sucked ass. It sucked so much ass. And I didn't know about Master's Touch yet. No, that's not what it is. The Mind's Eye, that was it. Yeah. That's able to allow you to sometimes not bounce. So I kind of just bounced a lot.
Bouncy boy. Bouncing more than an anime girl's titties.
Yep. But even with that hatred, I'm able to still pretty much logic food that the flesh is going to be bad. Good,
yeah, simple. I can see that. I can see that. I'll give it a 2, a pity 2. Like, I'm not giving it a. I'm only giving it a 2 because I pity it. I'm like, damn, you're fucking angry at this thing.
I'm pretty calm right now about my corn angle. You're the one who asked for the deeper dive on my feelings.
Yeah, but still, like, damn. Alright.
Get the fuck out of it.
Delix. I remember Delix.
That's just a fish.
I love that. It's like, wait, this is just a fish. It's not quite. To me, it looks like what an alligator and a fish look like when they're crossbred together.
That doesn't change the fact that this shouldn't even be talked about because it isn't even a monster. It doesn't fit. It literally does not reach the full criteria of being something I feel like I would have a problem fighting. I could fish this thing.
Yeah, they're minor
not
monsters.
Even like a hunter needs to be gotten.
It's like, well, luckily we're not talking about fighting it. We're talking about eating it. So,
well, my point still stands, which is that why even talk about this when this is just a fish, not even special fish. It's just a fish with a cool mouth. Because I get the idea that you're getting at, which is like, oh yeah, but it's like two things crossbred, but only in the mouth. The mouth is the only thing with a crocodile/alligator-esque face to it. And in most animals, let alone fish, you do not eat the head basically at all unless you have a preference for some reason, for like the eyes or whatever. So the rest of the body is what you're gonna eat, and that's just fish. Not even big fish. Just fish.
You could keep the skull, though. I feel like it would be kind of a cool decoration.
What does that have to do with the taste? This thing is an NA. It doesn't count. It literally does not get a rating. You can do whatever you want because you're a fucking dumbass. I don't care.
I love you.
I'm gonna beat you with this fucking skull.
You mean that with affection, I'm sure.
Well, I know you're gonna bring that up to the. Well,
Well,
let's just move on.
okay. Looking at it, I'm at least gonna give it a score. Give it a 6.
Yeah, because it's a fish. It's pretty easy to
It has
be higher
potential.
up when it's just an animal.
I feel like it would still be very kind of chewy because it's a desert dweller, but I mean, hey, hey. Unlike Cephalos and Cephalodrome, I feel like this one has potential for a good meal.
Yep. All right.
Moving on to
Geodude.
Geratodus. I personally feel like this would be like a really funky, like.
My immediate reaction is a 4. Maybe 3.
I'm trying to get a closer look at it. Like,
the closer look is only making me more disgusted. It's dropping my rating in real time.
I just wanted a closer look at it. I just wanted to see, like, because it's like, I'm pretty sure that's like an armored part here, so that would be kind of hard to cut through. I think.
Well, actually, the Geototus' armor can actually just be washed away. It's like mud armor. It's really tough when it comes to in-game, but you can literally wash it away if you have water things.
Okay,
but
so,
when it gets to the actual skin itself, I would expect it to be probably even softer than Cephalodrome, because Cephalodrome is pretty tanky, and it doesn't even have like a exterior mud armor or something like those lines that Gyarados uses. Gyarados is pretty not tanky.
Yeah.
Even with it.
Yeah, because
so the skin is probably quite soft, which actually it might be a 5 and up, because I feel like the skin and flesh might actually be quite soft, fluffy, like fish, if that makes sense, due to its proclivity to depicting itself.
Like, I look at it, and like my first thought is like some sort of flounder or catfish, like some sort of fish that lives in the mud, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like, I look at it and I'm like, I feel like this would be used in like Louisiana cooking, because like, don't, like, you know, like I feel like this thing would live in a bayou or something.
No, unlike Fairwolf, it doesn't have the same wingspan as Fairwolf. So Fairwolf, I definitely think you can use his wings pretty regularly for like stews and other stuff, of where you like those wings are really gonna be able to come in and get some depth to his rifle. But I feel like probably the biggest problem with Geototus is its wings are pathetic. Just little T-Rex flaps.
Little T-Rex nubs, like the fins are nubby. But I mean,
I don't give it a 5.
5?
I feel like I don't. Yeah.
Give it like a 7, but a low 7, because like, or no, actually, like a high 6, like a 6.5, just because like I don't want to expect too much from it. I feel like it would be very gamey, but I feel like depending on the dish, it could be pretty enjoyable. Like, not the best thing.
I don't know where you're getting the gamey part, but okay.
Like, gamey as in like fishy, like fish.
No, gamey is like a. Never mind.
No, like, you know, like game as in like, you know, forest game, like.
Yeah, but fish doesn't normally have that, and this seems to be a pretty solid, like, and the thing is that I feel like he would be much more softer and less, just not even gamey, because due to its proclivity to trying to protect itself so much while still being quite a low health monster, still tells me that it's probably much less gamey than that. With not at all, not no game is basically what I'm saying.
I'm just saying it would be very fishy. Like you can taste the fish in it. I mean, it's obviously a fish, but you know what I mean.
None of the things you are saying are making sense to me, so I would just take that 6.5 and let's go. Because I don't know what you're saying. None of what you're saying makes sense. Because everything, if the fishing is affected your rating, then you should have given fair off a lower rating than you give, because it's also just a fish. Well, not a fish in the. You got it.
Nah.
No, this is gaming.
That's gaming?
Yeah, it lives and breathes in a snowy region that doesn't even have like traditional water to go in, let alone like a more muddy or like bayou type. It quite literally. Excuse me. The snack I ate earlier came back up. My apologies. But it literally goes around 24/7 swimming around in snow and very harsh weather. So I can only assume that both its skin and flesh is very tough and would therefore be gamey.
Were you? I'm pretty sure. I know what the meaning of the word gamey means. Let me make sure because I'm pretty sure gamey is
I'm
not
pretty sure
texture.
I'm using it right. You're not.
No, I'm pretty sure gamey is more about taste. Yeah,
No, I'm pretty sure it's about texture.
No, I just looked it up. Gamey, of meat. Having the strong flavor or smell of game, especially when slightly tainted. So I'm using it correctly.
Okay, but then ask yourself, why would it have the taste or flavor of game in the last one specifically? This one I could get.
I don't know.
Just vibes.
Just vibes. Frankly.
Yeah, just vibes, which means I do not believe it.
Shut up. Agree to disagree.
No, you're just wrong for fuck.
I'm wrong for having an opinion.
Yep.
Oh my.
You should have checked the contract. Don't Anyways. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this would be a gamey food, but I still think it would actually taste really good. Like, I feel like due to its level and everything, I feel like this would be a very interesting fish taste. It would be very unique while still not being so adapted to its level being so like its level isn't so bad that it adapting to it has caused it to be like no longer even taste like normal flesh, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Because that's like a Leviathan moment, is because one of his biggest problems that due to it having to evolve to such insane climate is that I just cannot expect anything on it or in it to taste even like flesh, you know?
Yeah.
Well, this is just in like a winter area. There's all sorts of animals that live in like Alaska or Canada or, you know, many other places like Russia that taste fine, if not even good, and I still very much like a like winter exclusive animal, to put it one way.
Yeah.
So I feel like it'd be pretty good. So I'm saying this is my full 7, I would say.
I actually agree. I think this is the first one we agree on. I think a 7, because I look at this and okay, let me set the stage for you. Say you're a hunter, you're out in like God, what is the area called again? The Hoarfrost Reach. Yeah, like you're out in the Hoarfrost Reach. You're hungry after a long day of working, and you manage to bag this Beatotus. Take it back to the base. Huh?
I said as you do as a joke because of the ridiculousness of just bagging a whole fucking Geototus.
It's like, as you do. So, you take it home, you get it cleaned. Like, it takes a few hours because of the size and the armor of it, but it's like the armor's not that bad. And what does the cook do with it? Well, there's some seared Beatotus, but the main attraction is a stew. Imagine this really nice fish stew with like different herbs and veggies mixed in, and it's like super hot and warm, a contrast to the cold outside. It's like and top it off with a nice drink and all. Like, I look at it and I feel like if this thing existed in real life, I can definitely see this being used in like traditional like Russian or like Norwegian cuisine, like just like various places that have cold climates. If it's like if this had Beatotus, you bet your sweet ass they would use Beatotus meat in the dishes. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, that's the vibe I get from it. So, yeah, I would say, I agree with you. Like, a 7. I give it a 7.
The longer we talk about these guys, the more I realize that half of the stuff that you use at your argument makes no sense. It would be like you talking about the vibe of how comfy it is to eat one of these guys after a long day of work and how that apparently affects the taste. And then the other half will make sense, like Norwegian and Russian traditional dishes and how that would make sense that like, yeah, it would be very much used in those types and it would be probably tasted good. That makes sense. And it's like the duality of how you decide the rating.
I live and die by the vibe. I can't help it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That, like, you've known me for how long? Live and die by the vibe, baby.
2 years. Yeah. Yep.
We're getting close to the end. Alright. So, we know nothing of these as they're from Frontier. So, this is truly going to be a vibe moment. So.
Well, we can still look at the biology if you want, which
Yeah.
is kind of what what affects the creature.
And also, it looks like your favorite, Levisioth, but like white.
That joke is getting old.
Okay, alright. It's, oh god, fucking damn, I'm gonna butcher this. Aruganosu. There we go. Yeah.
That's one hell of a Lloyd.
So it's similar.
There's a double paralysis one.
Yeah, another ice one.
So this one is, it loses immediately loses 1 point from whatever theoretical baseline it would have for having to take so long to prepare correctly, especially since there's an ice element with tough scales. Your use of Levisioth in this situation actually makes sense because its tough scales are going to make it quite hard to get to what's underneath, and those scales don't look like the same way of like the Totus scales. They look like proper like diamond scales if you scroll back up.
Let's scroll back up. Here.
Yeah, like if you look at those have like the consistency of not like the most like what you would consider like normal, like a fish scale to say one way. It looks more like proper armor scales, like chained mail type stuff.
You would
or plate, if you want to get.
You would think, but according to the page, Aruganosu superficially resembles the likes of Geratotus and Levisioth, only it is covered in gleaming silver scales, lacks armor of any sort, and has a kind of silver dust aura radiating around it. Now,
how odd.
Yeah, so I don't know if that means like it has weaker defenses compared to its fire.
Wait, yeah, it 100% does. Because okay, I have two. If you scroll back up to that, I have two ways. There are two ways to interpret what it said.
Okay.
Not this. I meant the words.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. There's two ways to interpret that. One of them is that it's talking about the armor TM that Geratotus and Levisioth have. Levitiaf has its armor that's able to, when it's cooled down, hardens and becomes an armor. But when it's warmed up, it's much more traditional scales, basically. Where Geototus has the same thing, where it has a weaker form and then a stronger form for its armor.
Yeah.
Where one of them is probably would be considered just its scales, and then the other one is the mud armor it puts on itself. If you consider that to be armor, then it would make sense that this considers it to have no armor of any sort, because it doesn't have a external or otherwise basically specialized form of armor, where it be making it out of mud or utilizing the quick cooling down process to harden its skin, something along those lines. I feel like this probably still has armor in the sense of its hard scales, but I just don't think it has armor. If that makes sense?
No, that makes perfect sense. Look at the abilities. Utilizes ice element attacks, hurls chunks of ice at opponents. They forgot an H here. That sounds like a slur. I don't like that. I don't like that. They need to put an H there. Someone get a hold of the mods for this page. Chunks of ice also splash a paralyzing liquid on contact, so it does have paralysis. It has electrical abilities too. Okay, they can tunnel through the stone floors with great efficiency, so I think you might be correct, because, like,
yeah,
how else is it going to be able to...
Because how is it going to do that?
Yeah.
I'm going to give this a 6 going off everything we've seen so far. Just like, if you just had to go off with this alone, I would give it a 6. Not quite a 7, because its skin is still hard enough that I don't see it coming out the best, but it's also not... The skin isn't hard enough for it to get into, like, the really bad ranges, like not Levitiaf, but like Levitiaf.
Yeah.
But it's also not weak enough that I can see it having a more fluffy and very easy to eat and rip apart like Geototus. Jesus Christ.
No, you're fine.
So I put in about the middle point where it's like 6. Roughly down, I would say.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that, because one, I've never played Frontier. Probably never will. I mean, I would love to, but realistically speaking, I'm probably not going to be I'm never going to be able to play it. So, just with an educated guess and what information the wiki provides, that sounds about right, and it's not as extreme as, say, Geototus or Levitiaf. Beatotus is, like, far superior, plus I feel like the meat is probably much better on it. Like, yeah, I mean, I feel like this thing would be a lot easier to prepare, but... well, actually, no, considering... does Beatotus go through the ground at any point? I know he swims through snow, but does he, like, dig through the ground at any point? Do you remember?
The thing is that I can confirm he technically does, but we don't know how deep the snow is in most areas, so it's very hard to say if it's full on going into the ground, or if he's, like, going deep into the snow and then coming back out.
Because I was going to make my decision based on, like, theoretically, how hard the scales are between the two. I think...
Also, Beatotus is a very specific thing, because Beatotus basically has its own digging device on its head that it uses to go down, where the rest of its scales can then be much weaker because it doesn't have to do the work of digging.
Yeah!
You know,
okay,
it doesn't have the horn.
That makes sense.
His whole body has to be built to be able to do the rough and tumble walk, because it doesn't have that.
So the meat's probably very tough. Actually, with that, okay, alright. You convinced me. I'm actually going to rank this thing lower. I'm going to put it as a 5. like kind of mid, like not the worst thing in the world, but not the best either. Like if you were to put these two meats in front of me, I'm going to take the Atotus because
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna bring it down to a 5 because I just remembered that it has a paralysis in it, and no
that
matter
too.
how good the chef does getting rid of that, I'm gonna be stressed out about it eating it.
Nah, that's fair. That's so valid, honestly. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, okay. Number 5, buddy. Sorry. Goro Ganasu. Another
how old
cousin.
is this man? I believe.
Yeah, it's just
Yep,
it's
it's the
literally
gold
this.
boy.
Actually, I want to see something. I want to see something. Give me a second here because I just want to
Yeah,
compare the.
they're supposed to be fought together, if I remember correctly. Hence their color coordination.
Yeah, no, that's literally the same thing. One's just gold. uh,
Yep, that's how
yeah.
you knew about these guys.
Lustrous metallic golden scales, lacks any. Yeah, it's literally the same thing. Ex-
Actually, I'll put this one at 6 because it has sleep ailment instead of paralysis.
and
I can eat this comfortably.
not only that,
And the cool skin.
not only that, this thing has thunder element instead of ice. It's actually weak to ice. Funny enough. So you could probably eat it stress free. I feel like it's. Oh no, actually. Okay, let me ask. Do you know anything about gold?
Why are you asking about gold?
Because something I learned in college, because I had to take like a elective.
If this
Uh,
if this is about like how real gold affects like the body or whatever, then why didn't we do that with the silver one?
because I'm pretty sure silver is harder than gold, isn't it?
Yeah, gold is very soft.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I don't think its scales are literally made of gold, but I mean, it's
It's possible that it would be softer than the other dude, but this is a very odd thing to do to try to say that is because if we're saying that, we have to be saying that it actually has gold scales. Otherwise, it makes no fucking sense to say it.
I mean, I did
And if we're
also.
saying that, then it gets weird.
I did also warn that I was going to be very contradictory because this is not a serious video.
That could not be me. This is a serious topic, you fool. God, get your shit together.
No, fuck you. Make me. I am untamable. I am wild and free. You cannot change my opinions.
So basically, I'm just gonna annoy all that stuff he said about gold because I'm not gonna acknowledge that possibility due to its stupidity. This is going to be a 6 because it does not have the process element. That's all. I have to say.
But as a 6 because I assume its scales are weaker. I mean, I'm just making an assumption, but mostly for the reason you said, like like the the sleeping ailment may not affect the meat. Like I don't know. I feel like the meat would probably be better on Goroganasu, but that's just me. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's like number 6. Like it's ranked at 6. Levisioth subspecies. Like, not even. It doesn't have like a cool name. It's literally just called Levisioth species, and I don't know if that's just because the wiki people didn't get like
Throw down.
like an actual translation or what. But what'd you say?
I was gonna ask if we could go down to the physiology to figure out what's going on with this. Because the female is with you.
Oh, I understand why. Why not just call it a red Levisioth then? Yeah, no, okay, so Sorry, let me, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So, much like Black Diablos, Levisioth subspecies are female Levisioth that have become aggressive during their mating season. They melt rare ores to their body to gain a bright red color to attract mates and gain additional defense. These ores are also do not harden, either due to a lower melting point or the monster having a higher body temperature.
So, I'm actually going to. Might be the only creature here that's gonna get a 0.
Really?
Because it melts rare ores to itself, and that means that there's a real possibility that you're going to get heavy metal poisoning if you eat this.
Yeah.
Like mercury or silver or any of those types, you're gonna get sick if you eat this. And you can't cook heavy metals out of something because it's metals.
This for a fast track to lead poisoning.
Yeah, this is gonna give you lead poisoning, mercury poisoning, fucking uranium poisoning somehow. It's gonna give you everything.
Mercury poisoning.
It's gonna give you the whole fucking ensemble. You're gonna get the fucking Minecraft achievement of how did we get here from this. This is a bad idea.
The stupid part of my brain is like I want to taste it. Curiosity.
And I'll make sure to say at your funeral that you were a dumbass who deserved it.
Honestly, you're so valid for that, Betsy. Oh my god.
We're going to dunk you into your grave due to your own stupidity.
Go figure, that's valid. But yeah, so essentially it is. Yeah, no. As a side note, they literally could have just called this thing like
like Red Levisioth.
Yeah, Red Levisioth. There you go. Like,
but I don't. With what game this comes from, I get why this is like this. I'll tell you that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But it is cool that they tried to kind of give it the Black Diablos treatment, where it's like, hey, this thing is temporarily like this because it's in heat. Like, in this case, literally in heat.
And thank God that due to when these games were doing this, that we didn't have to deal with what's the word? We didn't have to deal with this in Ward. If Red Levisioth was in Ward, I would have fucking ended myself. What the fuck is Extreme Rebel Blight? Man, this game was really awesome shit. And like, I mean that in a good way.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious about that myself. Where is it?
Where? Went past it.
Oh, did I? Down? No, that's Ice Res.
A little bit down.
Wait, Monster Exposed?
I swear it was on here.
I'm looking for it. Bleeding, Confusion, Effluvium. No, that's not it. Elemental. Water Blight. Severe Water Blight. No. What? Where is it?
No knowledge on it. I think if I'm gonna want to know anything about it, we're just gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait.
This is giving us nothing.
Yeah, this is giving us. Oh wait, Frontier exclusive. Extreme Water Blight. I found it. Extreme Water Blight functions extremely similar to normal Water Blight, save at a greatly increased efficiency. Its stamina reducing properties are increased according to the Zenith species level, whatever that means.
Okay, that makes sense. We kind of should have assumed that, honestly.
I mean, you never know. Like, it could have been like, it's extreme because it. What?
I said it just gives you cancel. That's the extreme property.
Like, I was just gonna say, it makes your balls explode or something. Like,
the extreme property is that it goes from water to mercury.
Oh no! Not the mercury. Mercury poisoning.
All
All
right,
right,
let's get back to what we talk about.
all right, because we're almost done.
Uh,
Zenith Plesioff.
I would have to.
So it's like, okay, I don't get
I'm
this.
conflicted.
Yeah, no, that's kind of me too, because it's like on one hand,
Honestly, with like the whole extreme water blight thing this thing got going on, I have the distinct feeling that if I eat the fucking flesh, the liquid in it will be enough to give me like extreme exhaustion. I like.
Oh, good. Sorry.
I was gonna say that like I feel like this thing could taste really good, but would knock you the fuck out in a bad way.
Here, evolved plesioffs that are larger and more intimidating than their counterparts. The big fin on their backs has heavily developed into a larger sail that's similar to a Dimetrodon, the dinosaur, the thingy, the thingamabob.
Yeah.
Their heads, in addition to having lighter scales, have also heavily developed. Now sporting a large light blue tipped head fin with several light blue hooked spikes lining each side of it. Additionally, they have developed 5 long and jagged tusks located on the side of their lower jaws. Lastly, they have short and spiked appendages instead of normal fins on the side of their heads. Bodies produce green gel-like substances that aid them in battle by trapping hunters inside them. So they're producing gel-like substances. That's already a red flag.
I'm gonna put this at a 2 because I don't think I would ever take the chances of eating this. It's not that it might taste good or it might taste bad. It's more like I just want to trust this.
Give me 1 second because I want an educated guess, or at least I want more information before I make my rating.
Double hip check? That's insane. Sorry.
No, you're fine. They will coat themselves in the substance by upchucking a large blob of it and flopping around in it for a few seconds. So they flop around in their own vomit. That's disgusting.
Yeah, this is disturbing. I do not like this.
Wait, after this, by wiggling or moving their bodies, including the chicken walk, they fling the substances at hunters, as well as leaving large globs of it everywhere. Hip check the substance on hunters and flap their wings in front of them. Get trapped by the green gel-like substances. Their health decreases rapidly as they drown in it. Okay, that kind of... At first I was thinking that, like, the substance itself was a biohazard, which, I mean, it may as well be, but I guess it's more the fact that, oh, hey, you're drowning in literal vomit.
I don't like this guy. I'm giving him a 2 because I'm disturbed.
Yeah, that's honestly fair. I'm just double checking myself. Yeah, they're seen living in the desert. So, why in the desert? Okay, whatever. Yeah.
Even though the Zenith thing was never actually fought outside of the specialized arena. That's just something to know about the game, though.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give it a 0 because even if the chance of the meat tasting good is there, the chance is not 0. The reason I'm giving it a 0 is because, one, I don't like the idea of this thing, flopping around in its own vomit. Secondly, I don't know what that goo is made of. And I'm all, and I guess I should have mentioned this before. I'm also kind of rating it on, how easy, is it worth the trouble? Is the taste worth the trouble of preparing it? And frankly, considering I don't know much more about the goop, I'm gonna say no. It is not, it's not worth it to me. If I want
I'm keeping it...
Oh, good.
I was gonna say I'm keeping it at a 2 because I'm not gonna try to worry myself about how worth it it is to try to get a meat, because like otherwise most elder dragons are just gonna be no, because it's not gonna be worth it regardless of how good it is, because it's a fucking elder dragon. So if we do it that way, a lot of them are gonna be boring. So I'm just thinking about it from the perspective of like, if you're at the market and you go to like the local like monster food part of it or whatever that most towns would probably have in this universe. I'm just thinking of like, well, if I see this me or that me or this me, would I buy it, and what would happen if I did?
Fair enough. It's one of me personally. If I want to eat Plesioth, I will either eat regular Plesioth or the next one on our list, which to me, I'm just gonna tell you right now, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 right here. Because, alright, so, to give you context, do you know what a sea bream is?
No.
It is a type of fish. Give me 1 second, because I actually looked this up earlier. Sea bream in food. Sea bream is a popular food fish, especially in Mediterranean cuisine. It's versatile. It's a versatile white fish with mild sweet flavor and a firm, meaty texture. Chefs often praise its clean taste. And there's
I'm not trusting the AI overview. Go down.
What is it?
I said I'm not trusting the AI overview. Go down.
Okay, all right. Like, there's literally recipes for sea bream. Like, lots of recipes. It is, like, the reason I bring this up is because it's called sea bream Plesioth. Now, this is from the Explore games, which it never came to the US. I've never even heard of the Explore games, honestly.
I'm gonna give this a 5.
Really?
Because there is no knowledge on it whatsoever here. But you're really obsessed with the sea bream thing, so I'm not gonna try to go lower than the average.
The assumption that the meat can be used like a usual sea bream. I mean, you still have to kill it, but like, other than that, I mean, the coloration looks pretty. Like, I feel like it would be. It just looks like an appetizing fish to me. I would eat it. 10 out of 10.
Okay.
And then our last one. Whitewater Plesioth. It's from the same game. However, it has a lot more information unlike the sea bream one. Let me go ahead and get its picture here for a second. Let's see here. Like other kinds of Plesioth, the whitewater Plesioth is a wyvern-like bipedal monster with some resemblance to a fish. However, unlike your typical Plesioth, the whitewater is often found with pale scales all around its body and red eyes, suggesting some form of albinism. Like, so it could just be an albino Plesioth. They have pale fins and foot webbing, blah blah. It also has a mist surrounding the monster. With the mist surrounding the monster, Whitewater Plesioth can inflict soaked status with its physical attacks. Its water beam attack creates a large splash of water, which extends to the hitbox. Occasionally, it will splash onto the ground to coat itself in bubbles, which the splashing also creates 4 bubbles bouncing back and forth. With the bubble coat, it can inflict bubble blight with various attacks. So it has...
it's Mrs. Judy?
It's Mrs. Sune. But...
Alrighty. That's more fish.
Yeah, it's more.
I'm conflicted in this one because due to the albinism that it's very much talking about, and that seems to be the main thing about it, it suggests that this is a very much like endangered species. So I don't know if I want to eat this. This looks like some black market stuff.
Okay, alright, listen. If we were talking real life and someone offered me an endangered species of animal, I would refuse it, straight up. But we're talking
Yeah, I
monsters
was
over
gonna
here, but
say that
so
like I'm gonna give this thing two separate ratings. One of them is NA, not gonna be due to its if this was like actually had the chance to do so, and the other one is gonna be an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I'm sure this thing tastes fucking great. I can tell by everything about it that this thing must taste fucking amazing.
I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Like it's like I feel like it wouldn't be as easy to prepare like sea bream plesioth, but like I feel like the taste would be worth it. You know, like not only that, it like I mentioned soak status. I'm assuming that's yeah, like it's just listed as water blight. So yeah, no, it has to be like water blight or something. So
I think it's just using
yeah,
warty stuff to do so. But yeah,
yeah.
this is an 8 out of 10.
Oh, absolutely. I'm yeah, 10 out of 10 for me. Like I can see this being
Yeah,
like a really nice sushi, and I don't even eat sushi.
me too, and I still try it.
But that is all the Piscine wyverns. Yay!
Yay.
Yay!
Hopefully that should be enough for today.
Thank you for joining me, Donnie. I
You're
appreciate.
welcome.
uh, so, like, are you getting off for the night?
I don't know if I'm gonna get off tonight, but I do know I need a break. Make
I'm probably
food on that judge.
I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, I got work tomorrow, but
I was gonna say you gotta get ready for work tomorrow.
yeah,
I
yeah. Well, I love you, and I will talk to you
love you too.
later.
I will. See ya.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
With that, it was like this was fun. This was great. I enjoyed this. Yeah. With that, uh, we've done all the Piscenes. Might bring Donnie back next time. Don't know which ones I'm gonna work on next. Could be the crabs. Could be the like the fanged beasts. It's like I'll think about it. We'll see. All right. Love you guys. Like, stay amazing. Bye.